Policeman. Oh yeah, okay, so we're gonna... Yeah, I had just finished talking to this guy.
Might as well talk to the worker guy.
Yeah.
Hey, what's happening here?
Bit of an electrical problem with some fallen power lines. It's being taken care of, but it'll be a while.
So I can't enter the museum?
Well, you can, but only if electrocution is something you enjoy during working hours.
Okay. Look at these lines.
I think the last one seems a little strange.
Okay. This is more my personality, though. Okay, what caused it? So,
What caused it? Did someone mess up, or was there some kind of environmental damage?
Oh, we've had a windy week. An old tree fell down and ripped down a major power line. It's in a tricky spot, and due to how the grid is built up, I can't cut the power safely without affecting half the town.
Sounds like a flawed design. Is that typical for electrical grids these days?
Not really. This power grid is quite old, constructed shortly after the collapse. That meant they had to improvise. They couldn't just clone existing power systems at the time, since those were reliant on service robots with negligible safety concerns. So yeah, now I'm paying the price. The whole thing is riddled with hacks and workarounds, each one more dangerous than the next.
I see. I don't envy such a hazardous work environment. How long will it take you to fix?
Hard to say, but it should be done by tomorrow morning.
All right, thanks.
You mentioned clones. Are we to assume that there's like people clones? Human clones?
clones?
Yeah, she mentioned it in her speech.
Yeah, I wish I could go back to like the log.
A segment of it.
Yeah, like the transcript of what they're saying.
No, I'll leave her to her job.
Yeah, it's okay.
Looks like
It's probably not relevant.
An old hovercraft, okay. Elevator or town?
Elevator.
I guess that's right.
Let's go to
I
the
don't
elevator.
need to go down to the ground level.
Oh,
Okay. Decision made.
it's very much. This is very much just like a
Guided storyline. Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
I bet you there will be some forks at some point.
That building with the emblem must be the police station.
Alright. Let's go to the police station.
Alright. There's a lot of stuff here. School.
Lots of stuff here.
Canteen. Okay. Alright. Oh, even more east. Well, we were trying to find the saffron area, I think is what she was saying.
Right. It's to the north, yeah.
I'm surprised the Bureau got their thumb out of their ass. It's not like they could find Nordson on a map.
I, for one, am grateful for their help. From what I hear, the person they sent is young, but quite capable.
Optimistic as always, eh, Kurt? I guess we'll see. Agent Anglin, we've been expecting you.
Councilwoman, I was told you'd be my bureau contact here.
That's correct. I'm Stina Ruth, and this here is Kurt Anderson, police commissary.
Welcome, Agent. Enjoy your trip to the middle of nowhere?
It was a bit bumpy, and way longer than I expected.
Yeah, that train has seen better days. You'll find your luggage in your quarters, just through the door behind me.
Thanks. I'll check it out later.
So, you were probably confused as hell when we sent you straight to a crime scene, right?
Kind of. I thought I was supposed to investigate a murder from last week.
You were, but unfortunately a second killing required your urgent attention. I assume there are some Bureau procedures before I brief Agent England about the situation?
Yes. Why don't you head to your office, and I'll send this youngling on her merry way when we're done.
Very well. It was a pleasure to meet you, Agent.
Likewise. I'm a bit confused here. Who do I report to?
Only to me as overseer of this district. The local police are at your disposal since they're legally required to aid you in the investigation.
Got it. How would you like me to share my findings with you?
Face to face, in the evenings. The balcony inside the local canteen is a good place to meet.
Okay. I think I have what I need then. I'll go talk to the commissary.
Good. We'll catch up later. Oh, but I have to ask. Tell me, how was it for you?
What do you mean?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. We've both done it.
Oh, you mean the augmentation, the nanofluid injection.
Sticking to the boring scientific terms, are we? Back in my time, we used to just call it taking the blue. Come on, let this old lady live a little. Tell me, how was your first kiss with the blue?
Either which one? Doesn't matter. First or last, I would pick.
Last one.
Yeah, first one or last one is fine.
A sense of enlightenment and acute awareness washed over me. A crystal clear lucidity I had never felt before.
I remember that moment like it was yesterday. What I wouldn't give to feel like that again. No side effects, I hope? We wouldn't want you to get compromised in dangerous situations.
Not yet, but I know what to look out for. Mild hallucinations, nightmares, burning sensations in the limbs, the occasional migraine. Things like that.
Yeah, that covers the usual suspects. All right, I think you're good to go then. We shouldn't keep the commissary waiting.
I'm liking the voice acting in this. It's clear.
Mhm.
It's emotive. Okay, so we're in the police station. Oh, I just noticed this random thing up here.
It's just a fan.
Beers quarters, Anderson. So we just said we were going to talk to Commissioner
Yeah.
Anderson, I think is what it
Yeah.
is. Okay. Cactus, random cactus. All right, I guess we'll just do the obvious first and then do the less obvious
Mhm.
second. Oh my god, each of this is an individual thing. All right, Anderson's office.
You could order these graphics.
Alrighty. Would you like
I
me
know,
to
still
brief you about
throwback.
the first murder?
Yes, please.
Maya Strand, 41 years old, the caretaker of the Nordson Museum. She was found by the janitor on the floor near the exhibits early last Wednesday. Just like Carl, she was stabbed. No witnesses, no evidence. Killer practically a ghost. No signs of a forced entry, so either the entrance was open or she let him in herself.
What about her residence? Anything out of the ordinary in there?
Nothing, as far as we could tell. But we left the place as we found it if you want to have a look. She lived upstairs from the museum.
Noted.
Okay.
The crime scene is no longer intact, though, correct?
Afraid so. The museum is important to Nordson, so we had the place cleaned out pretty quickly.
What? Really? I
What?
know. You're just gonna tamper with a crime scene? Okay. Anyway, there was also the thing with the power line down in front of or onto the museum or something
Yeah,
like that, right? And
that's right.
So that sounds like foul play already, like some kind of cover up.
Mhm.
All right. So what are we gonna see here? Yeah, exactly. Like, but Jesus.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest one, the one at the top. Seems a little presumptuous, that third one. It's like,
Okay. All right. Let's
Right.
go here.
But now that I'm here, I'll assume that you'll check with me before clearing out any future crime scenes.
Yeah. Can I just...
Yes, Commissary.
We're a pretty tight-knit community here, and we try to work together to overcome our problems. Just relax a bit with your superior jurisdiction and big city jargon, okay?
Oh, I'll relax when we've caught this killer. Until then, I'm gonna focus on doing my job.
that's
One more
right.
thing. I'd like to see Maya's body, if that's possible.
Of course. We brought it out of the freezer this morning. You'll find it in the morgue, over at the clinic. Dr. Pearson, our physician, is awaiting your arrival.
Good.
Yeah, let's
I'll
check
head
out the
there
body
when we're
first. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I still wish we could kind of go back and look at dialogue, but anyway. Oh, why is this crossed out? What just happened? She wrote it down and crossed it out right immediately. I
I think it's because we
about
talked
the
to.
first murder.
Maya
Oh,
because we
Strand,
talked to.
41 years old,
Yeah.
just like no
Okay.
What
nothing.
All right, just
Noted.
Afraid
This
so.
could be a love triangle. I'm just thinking motive.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Well, let's think here. Yeah, so I think he's
Motive,
saying
right?
the Maya was the first one that they called her
Right.
in, like our character in for first,
Right.
and then as we arrived, there's a second murder fresh, and so they asked us to look at that first because it was so fresh.
Mhm.
Okay, anyway, lots of stuff in here. Should we just go straight to the thing first? We can always come back.
Yeah, I want to see the body. Oh, what other stuff is there? Well, maybe we'll hear like what's.
All right, large.
look
I
at
mean,
the
this is his personal work effects. It looks like wow.
Let's
books.
dig through this stuff.
I know. What is this random machine out here? Greenhouse. This is a greenhouse. It looks like a chemical. What's the word? Chemical weapons kind of experimentation in here. Desk. Okay. Yeah. I mean, given he's here, maybe we shouldn't rifle through his things. All right. So the morgue or the clinic, something like that.
Yeah. We should go to the morgue. Check out the body. That's at least that's what they do in the movies. They check the body first.
Nurse, doorway. I guess we'll talk. That's the polite thing to do. Just talk to the reception or nurse here.
Hi there.
Hello.
Thought I'd introduce myself, since I'll be coming here a lot. I'm Agent England, Central Bureau.
Oh, nice to meet you. It's a relief to have you here. We're all shook by these recent killings. Sure, the doctor's excited, but even his morbid curiosity has limits, you know. After all, we mostly treat coughs and the occasional broken limb here.
I get it. I'll do my best to help. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to go to the morgue. Where's that?
Down the stairs on your left.
Great, thanks.
Okay. Here you go.
This cat is just whistling.
Don't worry, Maya. You'll be put to rest soon.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry about the delay. I was needed urgently out of town.
Jeez.
Oh, hello there. Me and this old gal have been expecting you.
Me and this old guy.
Talkative, is she?
Oh, no doubt. The dead have a lot to say, you know. Sometimes more so than the living.
Is that so?
The living are fickle and prone to deceit. Once dead, we can't hide things anymore. Not from me, at least.
Alrighty. Any preference on these?
Not really. One or two, I guess. I don't know. First or second one.
Okay, let's go. Well, I'm a cynical old guy. Maybe we'll go with this first one.
I agree. These days, people must prove themselves trustworthy before I rely on them.
Now that's an attitude I can get behind.
Now, I'd like to ask some questions.
Sure, go right ahead.
All right. I guess directly.
Did
the
you know
person-
Maya Strand?
Not really, but I enjoyed listening to the occasional lecture of hers at the museum. She had quite an intellect, that woman.
So she wasn't a patient of yours?
Oh, she was, but that's all confidential, so I can't say much about it.
I understand, but anything you can share would help.
Well, during the autopsy, I noticed that she was unusually worn and feeble for her age.
Okay, and what does that tell us?
For one thing, that she would have needed help with the more physically demanding tasks of the museum.
Got it. Thanks.
Well, one thing I noticed here is that I guess this town is so small that he's not only a physician, local physician, but he's also the coroner at the same time.
So
Okay.
we just go through
All
the
right.
list here.
All right, let's see here. Maybe a mystery.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
I can't help with that. I didn't know Carl on a personal level.
Are we allowed to check out that heartbeat monitor thing? I don't know if we stop.
Yeah, I think we can just press X here and do whatever. Let's just talk to him
What can you
directly.
tell me
this
about
is-
yourself, Doctor?
Oh, me? I suppose I would qualify as a workaholic. Most of my time is spent here.
So how long have you been practicing medicine?
Must be 16 years now, I believe.
Huh. And you're the only doctor in Nordsund?
Yes, but we have good relations with the other settlements. We collaborate and pool resources when necessary.
All right, so you wanted to scan around here.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie
No,
dokie.
just
Oh, one last thing. I've been told that the second body is on its way here. If you come back later today, I should be able to tell you something about it.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
I think we can talk to him again if
yeah,
you
we
have
could just go
anything
through the
else in
list. Yeah, we can go through, ask him everything. But I just
had
don't
some
know.
more things to ask.
Yeah.
Shoot.
mind. Did you want to do this at the same time?
Yeah, can you do it at the same time or no?
Oh, this thing, the
Yeah.
I forgot about this. All right, good idea.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
No. When I heard he was murdered, I didn't even recognize his name. I had to check my records to realize that I've treated him. To be fair, I've had many patients. But he must have been cursed with one of those awfully forgettable faces.
All right. Anything out of the ordinary in his medical history?
Sorry. Can't go into detail. Doctor-patient confidentiality, you know?
Keep it vague then.
Well, okay. Let me put it this way. I doubt you'd learn much from his file.
Noted. Thanks.
No spikes or anything. Can we go back to
like it.
Maya Strand?
Okay.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really, but I enjoyed listening to the occasional lecture of hers at the museum. She had quite an intellect, that woman.
So she wasn't a patient of yours?
Oh, she was, but that's all confidential, so I can't say much about it.
I understand, but anything you can share would help.
Well, during the autopsy, I noticed that she was unusually
Yeah, nothing.
worn.
Nothing
Yeah, this guy seems
For her
forthright. Yeah. I
Okay.
think he's just
And
he
what
is
does that
exactly as
tell
he's
One
presenting.
thing, that she would have needed help with the more physically demanding tasks of the museum.
Got it.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. See, let's cross out all the list then.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
I think he does a fine job. He's been instrumental in making sure that I can work under such good conditions.
Yeah, this place is surprisingly well equipped. Definitely on par with our facilities in the city. What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
She can be quite an unpleasant woman. I can't say I've enjoyed my few interactions with her.
All right. Well, this seems good to ask about.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and
Yes.
stomach, 2 of which were lethal.
This is
Murder
personal
weapon
when
is
it's
a mid-sized
stab
blade
wounds like
like a
that.
knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim
must have
likely
known
tried to
his
shield
assailant.
herself against her assailant. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under
We
the
can check
nails. This makes me
using the
suspect
thing.
that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
It's a lot of data. Pretty good.
Mhm.
Okay, so he seemed relaxed through the entire thing. So I guess we can scan the room at this point.
What about the sound? Like, what are these other ones? Does he have?
Okay.
Do you know where
Can we-
saffron is grown in Nordsund?
I'm afraid not. We have plants all over, but botany is not my area of expertise.
Any
well.
theories on Carl's murder?
Not yet. I'll need to see the body first.
Of course.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, so we've crossed everything out with this
That's
guy.
enough questions for now.
Okie dokie.
Let's check the biometrics.
Oh, we have the blade shape, right? So I wonder if he can ask to uncover. So
Yeah, can you? I wonder if you can match it with her wounds.
Well, it is glowing.
Oh, look at that. Same blade.
Matching data, blade shape. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same burner weapon for both. What's the there's another thing in the top right. Is there like a DNA match? I can't see it because there's like
Oh, this
Or is that
thing
it?
on the. On the far right is Smart Scan.
Yeah.
That's this mode.
Oh, okay.
And next to it is Boot Print.
Okay.
So okay. What does this do? Anything else? In this
Is there any? Okay.
It's a bloody photograph of Carl and a young woman. Taken fairly recently, he's holding hands with
The
the
young woman
but
is
she's
not-
wearing a brass necklace.
Maya. So that's interesting.
Right. Okay. Oh, I can click on her body now. Okay. Let's try that.
Multiple stab wounds, sizes approximately the same as the other body.
Mhm.
I'd say the MO looks similar to the other murder.
Right. Yeah, I don't think there's a means for me to ask her to. I guess the wounds are already here, so maybe that's all that the game is telling us that we need to.
Yeah, I don't think you need to. Do we know
I
what the
suppose
key
that's
is
where
for?
the
I
doctor
don't know.
writes down his autopsy reports.
No, I don't think so.
I
we
don't
haven't
think
really
there's
found
anything to use
something.
here. Yeah, there's nothing here for us to use for that. I don't think.
Scalpel sync. Okay, so we'll go then.
Yeah.
All right, so. Oh, I guess we can ask her, but I don't know. Or I guess not. All right, let's go outside, I guess, or.
Mm-hmm. We go to the crime scene now, I guess. Museum.
That's right. It was above the thing, right?
Yeah. They didn't let us go last.
Sounds like a class is in progress.
But what happens if you do it anyway?
Then policemen or women will come and arrest you.
Whoa. Harsh.
It's the law. We mustn't make things that can think for themselves.
But my parents created me, and I can think for myself. Did they break the law?
These philosophical children.
You make a good point, Alicia, but that's quite different.
Different how? I don't get why it's more dangerous to create a thinking machine than a thinking person.
You think too much, Allie.
No, that's good. You should always ask questions like these.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Oh, here, upstairs. I didn't even notice that. I just broke yeah, right through the tape
All
there.
right, Maya's place. Let's
Oh,
see
this
if I
is
can
the-
find any clues in here.